As the Ottoman Empire expanded, the Bektashi built their teches across the Balkans. But the first of many persecutions was about to befall upon the Bektashi. The auspicious event in 1644 was marked with the destruction of the large Hizalik monastery near Adrianopolis by the Grand Vizier, Kara Mustafa Pasha. Rumours of heresy were most likely used as the Pasha's cover to repurpose the valuable building materials for his own mausoleum. The rumours of heresy were possibly a result of cultural differences, because men and unveiled women secretly worshipped together. The dervishes scattered and laid low for the next few decades on the western borders of the empire's periphery, a safe haven already mixed with various religions due to the region's location along the borderlands that had previously separated Eastern and Western Roman empires. Albania was a fertile ground for Bektashi beliefs to take hold. As time passed, the persecutions of 1644 began to fade, and the dervishes who fled the Hizalik monastery also spread their religion. And this was later accelerated in the late 18th century and early 19th century, due largely to a man called Alip Pasha Tepelena, and he ruled from this castle in Tepelena. He was a de facto ruler of a semi-independent state within the Ottoman Empire, and he opposed central Ottoman authority. And the Bektashi held similar views of the Sultanate. So Ali Pasha aligned himself with this religious order. It became a refuge, his domains, for the dervishes fleeing persecution. But there were also other reasons why these two aligned with each other. By the mid-1500s, much of the Balkans was already conquered by the Ottomans, and there was no need for this tolerant religion to be used as a soft power by the Ottomans to embrace all of the different religions in their new part of the empire. Also in 1516, the Ottomans conquered Damascus, an important trading town, but also important because it was the gathering point for Islamic faithful before they set off on their pilgrimage to Mecca. And protection of these pilgrims was a huge responsibility, and the Ottomans took it very seriously and assumed the position of guardianship over Sunni Islam. The heterodoxy of the Bektashi was beginning to lose favour. It's a massive castle because Ali Pasha was a very powerful man. It's so large that today people still live within its walls. And Bektashiism has been a way of life here for such a long time that you still find turbes and tekes scattered throughout, such as this beautiful little turbe in the middle of the castle. I love the gardens. Bektashi are very, very big on gardens, and you'll always find tekes and turbes beautifully looked after. Flowers blooming, cypress trees are always in there. So I've met with Gazim, who's living within the castle walls. How are you, Gazim?
Fine, thank you.
Bravo. This beautiful little turbe is opposite your house. You see this every morning.
Yeah, we see here.
A good thing to wake up to.
See, it's a good thing having this there here.
Yeah. How many bektashi do you think live within the castle walls? Half of the population?
No, I think not only the people who live in here, but all the city appertain to bektashin. We live with each other with harmony, not problems of, because there is a jami.
Yes, a mosque.
Okay, mosque. And there is not a problem.
Yeah.
The Muslim have not problem with bektashi, with Orthodox. In Albania there is harmony, is perfect, because we have maybe in Skuteri there is Catholic.
Yes.
But not problem with Muslim, with bektashi, with Orthodox. There is the same.
Yeah. It's something in the
I think there is an exemption of harmony of the belief.
I think Kazim is right. The religious tolerance of the Albanians is exemplary. For the nation's 4 religions, their religious days are all national holidays, and interfaith marriages are common. Even Alip Pasha of Tepelena was married to a Christian Orthodox woman. However, our focus is on Alip Pasha's relationship with the Bektashi. This relationship to the Bektashis came at a cost. Alip Pasha had a rival in the north, the Pasha of Shkodra, and he viewed the Bektashis as sympathetic to his rival, Alip Pasha. So he blocked any Bektashis that came into his region. That's why you have more Bektashi in the south than you do in the north of the country, because of this rivalry between the 2 pashas. The Bektashi were about to face another setback. The Janissaries, by the early 1800s, had become very powerful. They could depose of Grand Viziers, the prime ministers. They could block reform by the sultans, and they could overthrow their cauldrons, which was a symbol that they were rioting. In 1826, Mahmud II had had enough of the Janissaries, and he surrounded their barracks and massacred them. The Janissaries were no more. The Bektashi, by association, because they provided pastoral care for the Janissaries, were also in the scopes of the Sultan, and they went underground. Their teches were destroyed. They fled to the margins of the Ottoman Empire, to places such as Albania, and this region where Bektashi had taken root in the south. The decades rolled by into the later 1800s, and the persecutions from the auspicious event had faded. Bektashiism flourished here in southern Albania during this period, and it was about to become an important part of Albania's bid for independence as the Ottoman Empire began to crumble. All across this region of southern Albania, you'll find wonderful little villages on hillsides and in valleys. And in those villages, you will always find wonderful little turbes, which are mausoleums to the Babas, and also teches. This wonderful one in Libahova I've been to many times over the years, and the garden is always immaculate. People in the community come here and garden as a social activity. It's wonderful to watch all the people getting together, tending to the gardens. Gardening seems to be a central theme to the Bektashis. I guess it's a way of observing how God tends to the garden of the earth, they tend to the gardens of their teche. But also, it could be a passion that reflects their distant Persian past, since they have a great interest in the arts and poetry. The Quran is their holy book, but Nafez, their poetry, is central to the Bektashi path. Much like Christians use parables to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson, Bektashis use poetry, often filled with gardens, flowers, and roses. Përmet, the city of roses, is where we rest tonight. From Tepelena, we follow the Viosa River upstream for about an hour. The longest undammed river in Europe, the Viosa, recently became a national park and is an absolute wonder to come and see. The White Villa Hotel's budget-priced rooms are spacious and comfortable. Well, it was great to have a shower after all of that driving today, but what a great day we had. And it's fantastic to be in Përmet. It's such a tranquil city. Always feel calm here. In fact, I'll tell you how much I love Përmet. Every year I come here with my family for holidays. That's how much I love this place. Going to go into one of the best restaurants that I think are in town. Trafilia. Let's see. For years, Trafilia has been known as a great place to come and eat, and it looks even better now with this newly constructed courtyard. Well, knowing best, I always leave it to the locals to decide what I'm going to eat. And Aldo, from Trafilia, decided that I have this soup.
Yeah, it's the shqedo.
What did you choose?
It's the shqedo.
Shqedo.
Shqedo është tradicionale e Përmetit.
So it's traditional from Përmet, traditional to this area, so when you come here, make sure you have it.
Është një pjatë e cila u ofroi në përgjithësi miqve.
Po.
Ishte për miq.
Me miel,
me vezë, qumësht, me lëngun e mishit dhe me mishin e qingjit.
Po. So it is made up of flour, eggs, and yogurt, and the meat is lamb. So a local traditional soup. I'm looking forward to this. Faleminderit shumë. Rafsh. With the table full of such great food, the crew come and join in. This morning, I'm meeting up with Kelly, who grew up in a multi-faith household. Growing up in a family where your mother is Greek Orthodox and your father is Bektashi, did you ever perceive one religion more important than the other or not?
So from Albania, like we always try like to follow our father lead.
Yes.
Yeah, and but for me it's the same. Like the most important is to be a good person and a good, like to behave good and to do good in this world or environment. But as my father a leader, I think I follow a bit more of the Bektashi.
Right.
Kind of like
Because it's more likely your father
Yeah,
and the respect to both parents, but the father is the house, the leader of the house.
Yeah, the leader of the house, and I feel like that path leads me to something.
Right.
Yeah. All the religions say that you need to be good person, do something right, do this and do. But I feel more accepted at Bektashi
Right.
because of it's a little bit more liberal.
Yes.
In a kind of way, like you can follow a bit more
tolerance.
More tolerance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. And how do you think your upbringing, coming up in a family of two different religions, has affected your view of the world and your relationship with your friends and generally in society?
Being in a two-religion family, it makes you easy to accept both worlds.
Interesting.
Yeah. Somebody from Islamic comes and speak to you, and you know how to behave. From Christian as well, and you can accept all the different environments that world sends to you.
And your mother as well goes to the Bektashi festivals, and your father to the...
Yeah, it's not for them. It's not a problem. They respect each other's religion quite well. Yeah.
I think it's naturally in the Albanians' character to be tolerant of other religions, and Bektashiism found its place within that.